what if our own website has its own AI agent? User can work with the AI agent instead of interacting with the GUI. You want to add a product, do not insert the information in the fields. Tell the AI agent. You want to modify something, delete something, just say it. In this video, we're going to build the full project using .NET Core, C#, EF Core, and OpenAI. Let's get into it. So this is our final project. I'm going to say delete the first products. Delete it. I'm going to say insert two random products for category mobiles. Let's send it. It's working. Random product 1, random product 2, category name mobiles. Let's say modify category mobiles to cell phones. We click on send. That's all. Okay, I've created a simple .NET Core project with some views and some base configurations. Let's see what I've done. After creating the project, I've added some package references for EF Core and SQL Server and dependency injection. Then I've created my application DB context. There's no models here yet. We're going to create them with each other. And in my app settings, I have added my connection string so it can create my database. And in my program.cs, I've added the database using builder services that add DB context. Just some simple configurations so we can get started with our database and use EF Core to connect to that. Okay, let's create our entities. Here, I create a folder named entities. I'm going to have a category class. It's going to have an int of ID. I don't want to delete my entities physically, so I'm going to store a property for boolean isDelete, and actually I need a name for my category, which is not null. This is my category entity. I need another one named product. I just want to add an entity which has relation with this, so we can make sure that the relations are working as well. No inheritance, sorry. Let's add the key attribute here, and let's copy and paste these properties with an extra int category ID. So let's add the relations. I say I have one category whose name is category and it's not null. Okay, and in my category.cs, I'm going to have a collection of products named products, which is not null either. Okay, these are my entities, and everything looks okay. Let's add them as DB sets in our app DB context. I'm going to say prop DB set product. The name of the table would be products, and prop DB set category, which becomes categories. Okay, here are configurations for EF Core and actually our models. Now they're mapped to our DB context. Let's go and create the database. This is my project, add migration initial. Okay, that's my migration, and I'm going to update my database. I have an error here. It's from my app settings.json here. Trust server certificate. I think it's like this. Let's run update database again. That's it. Actually, I've modified the connection string again. Here, instead of multiple active result sets, I've written multiple active result sets. It was a typo here, so I fixed it, and now a database is created. I'm going to close all of them. What we want to do, as we saw in the demo, is we need to index pages to show lists of products and lists of categories, so we can make sure that our application is working. I'm going to create it, and I'm back to you in a minute. Okay, these are our controllers and views. As you can see, we have a product controller. It has an index method which is returning products. And when we want to delete a product, we set the isDelete to true and update it. Same thing for category here, exact same thing. And we have these simple view pages, a table showing products and categories information. This is for category, and this one is for product. We're going to run it in a second, but only there's one thing that we need to change. Look at here, when we are deleting a product or a category, we are setting the isDelete to true. So we need to filter the products and categories where they're not deleted to show it to user. One option is here at where code, that is where a isDelete equals false, but the simplest way and the most ideal way for that is to get to our AppDB context, and here override on model creating for our database. We say model builder entity or product that has query filter a.isDelete is false. So whenever we are adding, we are sending a query for the product entity, it is returning the not deleted products for us. And same thing for category. Just a simple if core tip in this video. Okay, everything looks fine. Let's run our application. Here we go. As you can see, we have the simplest navbar in the world here. Let's go to the categories. Nothing is here. Let's go to the products. Again, nothing is here because we have no data. Okay, let's go for the most important part of the video. So I've added our UI here. We have a very simple form here. It has an input with name of query and a submit button that says send. Let's add some classes here to make it more beautiful. BDN primary. Okay, that's all. Let's create our controller. Everything is going to happen here. I'm going to say query controller. It's going to inherit from controller. We have our constructor here. Read only AppDB context. The name is context, and we're going to get it here. Okay. Context equals context. Here's our constructor, and let's create the handle method, which is a post method. Public async task, action results, handle, and it has a string named query. Okay, just add a validation to make sure. Well, let's handle it like this. If a string that is null or empty, query return bad requests. Okay, and here we're going to do everything. We want to send the user query to AI, and we want it to return the SQL code to us, and then we're going to run that code and execute that code in our database and then return the results to the user. So the first thing that we need to know is the AI, our LLM, doesn't know about our models, doesn't know about our database. So we need a function here to get the database schema to us. Okay, what are the entities? What are their properties? Are they required? What is their data type? LLM needs to know about them. So we need an extension method here. Well, let's just write it here. Okay, here in our controller, I'm going to paste this method. It's going to return DB schema for us. As you can see, we are getting context.model, and we are loading entities from that. We are passing it to a string builder. We are getting the columns like this, and we're getting some attributes from columns like their name or their data type and are they required or not. And finally, we are loading relationships based on foreign keys, like this. So this method returns the structure and schema of the database for us that we can pass the result to our LLM. Okay, here say string schema equals get db schema. We have our schema. So let's create our prompt. A string of prompt equals, you need to write SQL code for me. Just return the code and no more description. Make sure to return the code as JSON of a string containing one string. And let's tell it that db schema is schema user query is query. Okay, we pass the schema and the query to the prompt. If we need, we can modify the prompt to make sure it's gonna work as we want. Oops. Okay, and finally we need a method that calls the LLM for us. So I've copied the method and it's here. So I've copied the method and it's here. This is our send message to AI method. It gets a prompt and sends a request to OpenAI and returns the result to us. We are using GPT-4o, and here is my API key, which is hard coded here just because we don't want to spend time loading it from env file or something like that. But in production, we surely don't do this. It's just for some development and tests. I say var query equals await send message to AI, and here is our prompts. Here say SQL query, and finally we're going to say await context that executes database that executes SQL raw async, and we're passing SQL query. It's going to run our SQL code and return the result to us. Okay, and I'm going return okay, return redirect to action index of the product. Okay, just for test, is it working or not? Everything looks fine, but the problem is when we are sending the message to the AI, it's going to return a JSON to us. So we need to deserialize the JSON before passing it to the database. I'm going to say JSON serializer, the deserialize is in a string, and deserialize the prompts. So here's our deserialized SQL query. Of course, we can have some functions for checking some security options or anything else we want, and it's a very good option. We're going to talk about it at the end of the video, but for now, we're going to skip that part. And I'm passing the SQL query to the execute SQL raw async method. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Let's start our application and see what is going to happen. Oops, we have some errors. Let's see what is going to happen. I have an extra one here, and It's saying extension methods cannot be here. Do we have an extension method? Oh, yes. Let's run it again. I was checking the code and saw some main bug here. We haven't called the send message to AI method. Here we are serializing the prompt, which is totally incorrect. I'm going to say the var AI response is events await send message to AI and pass the prompts. And finally, I'm going to deserialize the AI response. Add a category named laptops. Let's click on the send and see what is going to happen. Is it going to work or we're getting an error? Okay, we ran into an error. This is an error. It says JSON reader exception. This character is an invalid start of value in line 32. Look at line 32. We're deserializing the AI response. So the AI response is not a JSON. What is the problem? When working with ChatGPT, GPT-4o, we're working with this LLM, when we want JSON, it's sending JSON correctly, but adding this correct character at the beginning. So we need to extract the JSON from the text, and it's gonna work. Let's do it. This is the method. It's going to get a string from us and extract the JSON from that. So I'm gonna say AI response is extract JSON from code block AI response. Here we go. Let's check it again. Okay, I've debugged it. The AI response is returning a JSON with a property name SQL. Of course, we can change it to just return a text, but let's handle it in a better way. I'm going to say public class JSON result or query. Let's say query DDO. Okay. Here I'm going to have a string of SQL and I'm going to deserialize this in SQL query dot SQL. And here I'm going to say JSON containing one string named SQL. Okay, let's rerun the application. I'm going to say insert a category named laptops. And here we go. You can see that it created a category for me named laptops. Let's test it again. I'm going to say add a product, or let's say modify the category named laptops to let's say mobiles. Let's send it. Okay, getting to the categories page. It's mobiles. It's modified. Let's see, can it add a product for us? Insert a product named iPhone to the first category. Let's send it. Oh my god, it's unbelievable. It's great. It's great. Now we have an iPhone here in the category mobiles, and it's working. That's it. It's perfectly working. Thanks for watching this video. Please tell us your opinion in the comments below, and tell us what you want for the next video.